This is Diplomatic Impunity on Reaper 1 Skull. So there's some scorpions coming up
Along the
that hit pretty
ridgeline
hard.
high above you is a line of bamboo fencing.
But
From this distance, it resembles descriptions of the primitive architecture used by various wildmen tribes.
There's not any, I mean, these scorpions hit hard, especially when they're champions, but there's not any enemies that are super worrisome. In here, it's going to be the usual Plague Reaper, you know, combination of multi-Reapers, champions, that's going to be the problem. And I think the healer should be okay on spell points in this quest, although, you know, a lot of it just depends on what spawns in terms of Reapers and champions. But on Reaper 1 Skull, we should get a lower, a lower number of champions.
You hear a guttural voice calling for death to intruders.
Or a lower number of Reapers, rather. Yeah, the nice thing is these don't respawn, so if we just go over the same path we did, we should encounter more scorpions. If I go slightly off course, then I might... Let's go here and get any champions by the shrine. Or scorpions by the shrine, rather. So these jungle cats can knock us down, but unless it's just the wrong combination of a champion and Reaper with the cat, it shouldn't be too bad. Let's go near our hireling here so we can...
The cavern ahead reeks of feline occupation. This must be where the panthers make their den.
There's a champion. Doesn't seem too bad, though. Get a mob of 3 or 4 here. Or 5.
The jungle canopy gives way to a shrub-filled clearing.
And this is the way to the end fight. We're going to go this way to the objective we have. And that's like a jungle man or a wild man village up there.
You notice a bamboo bridge crossing the ravine. Perhaps it leads back towards Henrita's camp.
And that's an optional, by the way, and I'm going to skip it, but it's just part of just really exploring these dungeons. There's just a lot of cool things
Presence of
like
the
that to look
Droam
at.
soldiers and siege machines is disturbing. But it is possible they have arrived. You must warn Henrita of the danger to Stormreach. With luck, you can make it back to camp without encountering any Droam forces. The armor and weapons of these dead creatures matches the ones on the beach. Clearly, this was a scouting party, and their hostile reaction to your presence supports Yulivian's invasion theory.
There's a champion there.
Another Droam scouting party has been destroyed. By now, there must be many parties of Droam soldiers spread throughout the jungle.
You can see how much damage was done by that champion Dodd. I was healed up to full at one point. We'll hit the shrine on the way back rather than right now. Alright, so if we had Dimension Door there, we could have just Dimension Door back from Yulivian and avoided all that backtracking. And now we're headed to the end fight, basically. So this is probably the worst part about the quest is the path to the end fight. Once we get to that barrier, and then the end fight itself can be a little bit tough. The path, we're going to just try to minimize the number of enemies we fight at one time. The end fight, I think, we'll probably focus on champions first. and then, you know, the boss. So let's see what I can do here. There's a scorpion. I was hoping we were done with scorpions, but whenever we walk on a new area, we get new scorpions. And that might have actually been the Droam that actually activated them. Alright, we've got a shrine coming up though, so it's alright. Oh, should have saved that for a champion. Didn't think we had any. Well, we don't really need to use the shrine, but we might as well since we probably won't be coming back this way anyways. This part is a little more difficult than the, at least in my experience, is usually a little more difficult than the first part of clearing the Droam. So there's a champion, so let's see what we can do. Here he comes. So let's see if we can maybe gather them up and get it. Ah, somehow missed him. Hit the one guy and missed him. But he didn't do all that much damage. He was, you know, for a red crowned champion. Alright, Carnage Reaper, so let's back up. This... Whoop, he's going after the hireling, not good. And the War Mage hassling my hireling is an issue here, but Carnage Reaper's almost down. There's the War Mage, or Priest. So not too bad. So Carnage Reapers and Famine Reapers don't, you know, tend to be, you know, they're dangerous enemies for sure, but they're not. Whoa. Need to get a. All right. Speaking of Carnage Reapers. All right. Now let me just. There we go. You know, just the Carnage Reaper combined with the champion. That's sort of the randomness of, you know, of the game. It's kind of, it makes it very dynamic and more interesting.
Rest on the plateau above. While the stones are ancient, the tents and banners around them are not.
champion and a Carnage Reaper. Let's kind of get back here. Oh, it was close. So that champion, Carnage Reaper, was definitely... So we had 2 of those combos. Definitely dangerous. But yeah, the Famine Reaper is the one thing that every time I see it, I worry it. Yeah, there's a chance of failure. Wow, that's a hard hit. Whatever, give me some spell points.
From ahead, a rough voice barks out. Soldiers of Droam, stand down. The war captain wishes to parley with the intruders. Zendrick will be slowed. Enough, perhaps, to give Stormreach time to prepare for war.
Each of these chests has a chance for a named item that can be upgraded. The most interesting is the hat, which we didn't get. We got the ring. I think we got 2 of these now. This could just go to Charisma +6 plus a set bonus. But there's a hat that gives True Seeing. I don't currently need it, but if you don't have a True Seeing item, the hat upgraded is a really nice item to give True Seeing. Alright, so in terms of Reaper XP, that was 320 Reaper XP. And I'm going to pause while I go to the end reward. Nothing too interesting. I'm just going to grab an item to sell to the, or to break down for essences, and that is Diplomatic Impunity on Reaper 1 Skull.